Another video, another flamingo hot rubber. But we're not talking MWSs today. We're talking this absolute unit, which is, of course, the APFG or VFC MPX GBB SMG. Oh, very nice. We've done some work to this, as you've seen in the previous videos. If you haven't seen those videos already, and this is the first one that you're coming across, there's a load of videos on the MPX when I got it. We fitted a stock, we put a Magpul K2 Plus grip on, which is my go-to. We put a real Midwest Industries handguard on, and that's why you always see this Midwest Industries sticker, because it was in the box. This is a real handguard, it went straight on. And then we put a SIG branded suppressor, very cool indeed. And it fit really well, it's really comfortable, I like it. There's mags on the way. Yes, it doesn't have the trademarks, it's just one of them things. This, as well as the other VFC SMGs that I bought, recently, all suffered from a similar problem. So you see these little screws? Yeah, these are in the nozzles. So I bought my MPX. Where did I buy my MPX from now? I think I bought that from WGC. The MP5K. Did I buy that from WGC? I really can't remember. And then we've got the Maruyama APC9. So all three VFC manufactured gas blowback SMGs. They all had these in. They were all, apart from one, so this one and the MP5K were shooting at 0.5 joules. Of course, because it was restricted. The SCW9 was running at 0.3 joules. So really, really, really low. I was like, oh, bloody hell, these things are useless. And, in succession, took them apart, found these in the nozzle. You literally just take, I think it was a 2.5 or a 3mm Allen key, unscrew them. And they both, all three of them went from 0.3 to 0.3 to 0.5 joules, straight up to a joule, just under 0.99 of a joule on a 0.3 gram BB. So all are perfect. What I did notice from just having a quick look over the GBB M249, I chronoed that and it was about 0.5 joules as well. Looked at the nozzle and what do you know, it's got one of these restrictors in there. So you can take these out, you're not going to run super hot. I haven't took the one out of the GBB 249 yet, we'll get around to that in another video. But today we're looking at the MPX, so we're going to drop the lower. Let me take two pins out, if I can push them. You can actually take that pin halfway out, the first click, and you can drop the handguard out. I'm going to pop that out. We're going to take off a suppressor. And we're going to slide off the handguard, which is a nice tight fit. We don't want it loose, do we? So that will pop off. We can pull the bolt assembly out if we want to. I did want to order the new, like an upgraded charging handle for that. They do have them on WGC and I keep going to order one. And then for some reason I end up not doing it. So with this, I imagine we've got a pin, we've got a couple of screws, and then hopefully it slides out. So let's get round to doing that. I'm going to need an Allen key for this. I don't know what size that is. It's just a random one I picked up and it fits. So let's get this taken off. Never took one of these apart before, so I really don't know what's going to happen next. I'm just kind of looking at it and going, yeah, that's probably how it comes out. There's a pin there. Do we need to tap that out? I imagine we do. We can give that a quick tap. Yeah, that comes out fairly easy. Let's just pick that up off the bench. Tap it out. It's not knurled, so it can go in either way. Do we have to pull these screws all the way out? I imagine we do. So let's pull those out. There's little nuts on the back which I'm holding in with my fingers, and they are nylon nuts, so they they shouldn't rattle loose. 1 and 2, and then, oh, would you look at that, it comes straight out. So we've got 2 screws there. We have the system up here which adjusts the hop. As you're turning it, clockwise is off, counterclockwise is on. VFC seem to like to do that. We can take the barrel off just by slotting something in that groove and turning it clockwise. Yep. Just because they've got this split cast design. They've got that weird barrel which has the space to put an O-ring on and an extended suppressor. So we'll pop these 2 screws out next. We need a Phillips. There we go. Still constantly getting asked about this screwdriver. I've answered that question many times. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. Better yet, if you haven't heard me go on about this screwdriver and you want to know where it's from, you can go back and look through my videos, see some hopefully quality content, and while you're looking at that content you can find out where it's from. So we've got a couple of components here. Just trying to carefully take this apart. That is spring loaded there, so we need to be careful. This all comes out, so there goes the spring. It's got like a little collar which sits on it. Oh, it's one of these weird hot rubbers that doesn't have the spline on the side, so just completely round. We can of course fix that. We'll just chop that one off the Flamingo. It's a very soft rubber. And for the moment, do we keep the aluminium barrel? That one's going to be too long. We're going to keep the aluminium barrel because again, at the moment I don't have anything to hand to shove in there. We are going to have to butcher this Flamingo. So Dan, if you are watching this video, I'm so sorry, but you know, just need that Flamingo performance in all my guns. And you guys know me, I wouldn't use it if it was rubbish. Why would I fit a rubber that's going to cause me issues on game days just for the sake of a video? Well, I wouldn't, would I? So we chopped off the little spline on the side. I think that's going to be good enough. Let's just trim it a little bit more. Make sure it's out of the way. And then we're going to take the Flamingo rubber. I'm going to pop it onto the standard barrel. Yeah. I'm going to pop this little gizmo that was on the original rubber to hold it in place. VFC tend to like to fit hop arms that have a really, really small little bit that sticks onto the thing. I think you remember that from the SCW9, the APC9, and the 249. I've had that apart, and it's got like a really small little, it's almost like that bit there, and it just pushes down, but it's actually thinner than that. This one, however, it's got a nice concave patch, and it's got a big patch as well, which is going to work superbly with the Flamingo. And of course that means we don't need another aftermarket part. This one is going to be pretty good. So we're going to have to do perhaps some finger gymnastics now to get this all in there correctly. Let's get this fitted. Right, that's in. Let's get this the right way around. That's in. Oh God, this design is horrific. Right, I heard a click then. That means we're on the money. I still don't know what that weird bang snap noise was from the DE video the other day. This goes in here, and then we slot that on. So yeah, you're going to need patience with that one. Take your time. Don't get annoyed and lose your cool with it. It's a pain. You know it's a pain before you do it. I didn't know it was going to be a pain, but just know that if you're using like your standard VSR GBB bookings, you're going to have to trim the little flange off on the side, which usually centers them. So we're looking good. Let's put the hop on. Oh yeah. So Flamingo is good. So we're going to be using some heavy balls with this. I will want to upgrade the barrel at some point, perhaps make one. Who knows? At least we'll be able to rock and roll it before we get to that. I mean, knowing me, I'll probably end up fitting a barrel before I use this in a game. But it would be nice to know that, you know, if someone asked me to a game tomorrow, well, I wouldn't be going because my mags haven't turned up yet. They're not here till next Tuesday. But after next Tuesday, if someone asked me to go to a game and I was feeling the MPX, then I could use it. So I don't know in terms of parts what more I can do with this. I do want the nicer charging handle. I have seen a couple of the Hong Kong sites got them in stock. I think I saw it on JK Army. Nice guys over at JK Army. I believe they're going to be stocking my parts there soon, so I'm in talks with them at the moment. Still don't know what this part does. I've not looked into it any further just because, yeah, can't be bothered. Let's get the charging handle. Slot that in. Does actually slot in, which is nice. Charging handle, bolt assembly, buffer, and of course we have the lower. We want to push the pin in but not all the way, which I've just pushed it in all the way, so let's just close it first. Tell you what, I love this Galaxy S22 Ultra, I think it is, but the time you can record on it, the storage on it's not very big, so I've got it together. Very cool. MCX and MPX is very cool. I was talking to my old man the other day because CTSFO were on the news, and trying to explain to him who CTSFO were, and then said, oh yeah, they run around in their cool grey kit running MCXs, and he was like, what's an MCX? And I was like, oh, that's a complete different rabbit hole I didn't want to go down. But yeah, I am so glad I bought this MPX. I'm so happy with it, and it just absolutely slaps. Which I'll just show you now. It's so responsive. It's really loud. It's got a really short travel bolt. That is just so cool. Yeah, I love it. You know, it's really got me looking at VFC gas blowbacks as a viable option in terms of skirmishing. I really do love this. I'll run it. I've got mags on the way to run it. The APC, no, I'm not too sure. I'm on the fence with it, just because I know B&T and Archwick are doing one with MP9 style mags. So I might sell the APC 9. Half. It is brand new. I'm just half and half whether to get rid of it or to keep it because it's a really cool piece. MP5K, I need mags and I want to upgrade that as well. That's how to put a barrel and hop. You know, I haven't put a barrel in this case, but that's how to put a barrel and hop in the APFG or the VFC MPX. It does need some markings. Obviously, I have to sort that, and I would like to do it in grey, maybe like a grey and black. So perhaps just do the upper and lower receiver in grey, and then keep that. I'm not coating that rail because obviously it's a real one. the grip, keep that black, keep the controls black, and then keep the stock and the sight black, and we'll just maybe do the receiver in a grey colour. Got mags on the way. I have looked at other options. Again, I've got the VFC M249 sat right behind me, which I'm going to have a play with, and we'll be doing a review on soon. Some things I do and some things I don't like about that. And I have contemplated getting the Rattler. They do a couple of MCX models as well, and I'm so on the fence with it. It's just a whole new set of mags, because I don't run VFC gas blowback M4s, and I know I'm not too sure with the MCX and the Rattler. They have different versions, and then I've seen magazines which are version 2, and then I've now seen magazines which are version 3. So if you know more about that, clear it up in the comments below. But I would like a Rattler, and I would like a normal MCX as well. And then it's just getting out of control, so I need to calm down, sit down, have a Coke and a smile, and stop spending money. But thanks for tuning this little video. I hope you like it. Take the little restrictor valve. If you're in the UK, take the little restrictor valve out. It won't put it over. In fact, while you're here and we're chilling, let's put a couple of rounds in the magazine. And you don't actually need... Some people asked me if I was going to do an adapter for this. You do get a little kind of adapter in the box, but you don't need an adapter with the MPX gas blowback, because you can literally just place your finger over the gas router and your thumb at the front, and you can just fill the mag up. It's that easy. You don't need an adapter. So I'm not going to make an adapter and try and make money off people when I truly believe they don't need it. So just pop the mag in. And we're running 0.3s. And there we go. 1.04 joules. Absolutely perfect. I mean, this thing, I just want to dump the mag, so let's dump the mag into the box. I switched to full auto and there was one round left. Yeah, I love it. I don't often get quite excited about things, but I can't wait to run this. Just look how small and lightweight it's going to be. I'm absolutely going to play the shit out of this. But thanks for tuning to another video. Hope it's not been boring for you. Hope you've learned something, or, come along for the ride. I've got many other videos to do. I really need to get to it. I need to assemble the 249 back together so I could do a video on that. And yeah, that's an expensive replica, which we'll get into the thick of it. So we'll see you in a future video. Hopefully the next one's a 249, but I'm not making any promises. Thank you very much, and from me and Bench, we'll see you in the next one.